Hello there and welcome to another live chapter reading for Itsy Bitsy Book Bits. Today I shall be reading from Jake the Growling Dog Shares His Trail by Samantha Shannon. Jake's favourite days start with a run in the woods, where he zooms along his trail in the neighbourhood. 4 large paws land lightly before lifting off as Jake finds his way through trees short and tall. His bushy brown tail flies behind him freely. Swerving and floating, it guides him with ease. The sun may hide within clouds some days when Jake enjoys the soft drip drip from nighttime rain. The loops he makes with his paws are quite swell, a place he can follow by sight and by smell, and it isn't uncommon during most days for Jake to find something new on the way. Along his treks, Jake finds critters of all kinds, many-legged, furry, or with colourful spines. He stops for a while to take in the sights before running off, still enjoying his hikes. Today a squeak of hello sounds from the branches above as Jake's sweet scent of cotton candy drifted gently up. Neat kept pace with Jake on today's forest run. Finding her footing on branches is always fun. "How's the trail this morning?" Neat asked from a tree. "Perfect as always. I'm happy you've joined me." Neat was delighted as they continued their trek, but a sight caught her eye, so she stopped to check. Jake skidded to a halt when he saw it as well. His nose was moving quickly, and so was his tail. "What do you think that is?" Jake growled with worry. "The paw prints look different, with odd skids and scurries." The friends circled round, sniffing at the strange paw pattern. "Maybe," Neat guessed, "it's an alien from Saturn." "I hope they are nice." She moved closer to Jake. Jake's nose worked super fast and his 4 legs started to shake. "I hope it's not a mummy wrapped up in old toilet paper, or a 3-headed dragon who spits sticky green vapour. And what about zombies stumbling out of the trees, or a lost giant who doesn't stop when he sees me?" Jake and Neat moved silently off the rocky trail. They were careful as their noses caught a new smell. As the scent got thicker, so did an odd rustling sound. They dove to their bellies, plashing flat to the ground. The friends squeezed their eyes shut, despite wanting to know who or what was on Jake's path and where would they go. They waited for scary sounds of a monster's feet, but neither were daring enough to take a peek. They heard only soft noises while their bodies trembled. The mystery creature moved on and their stomachs settled. "Did you see it, Neat? Did it have fangs and big claws?" But Neat shook her head, still hiding under her paws. Neither had dared to look at what had passed by. An odd feeling made Jake's head hurt, though he didn't know why. "Well, this is my trail and it can't scare us off. I don't have to share with other tails, ears or paws." Jake turned in a huff and ran towards his backyard with a heavy feeling that made everything seem hard. He didn't sleep well, he kept tossing and turning. His strange dreams ran wild and his mind kept churning. Jake woke to good news. Luna and Bodhi are coming. He danced in a circle, his worries faded to nothing. Neat came by, looking tired and shaken. The idea of more dogs didn't stop her from quaking. "I'll head to the park and talk to the squirrels. I'm hoping they can help us with feeling unsure." But Jake was distracted, as Neat could see, so she said goodbye, wanting him to enjoy being carefree. When Luna and Bodhi came, they ran to and fro. They splashed in the baby pool to make it overflow. "Let's hit your trail," Luna hounded through the ball in her teeth. "Bodhi and I always say your awesome trail is sweet." Then it all came back and Jake began to tremble. He shook his head and ran while he growled and grumbled. "What's wrong, Jake?" Bodhi asked with concern. He could tell his friend's mood had taken quite a downturn. "I don't know," Jake replied with quaking legs. "It must be because of what happened yesterday." "Did something hunt you, like a burr or a bug? I don't like wings or pinchers that zing very much." "No, nothing hurt me, but something strange was on my trail." Jake curled up in the warm grass and took a long inhale. "Your friends are here now," said Bodhi. "We can help you. You helped me when I was shy. See, that's what friends do." Jake, Luna and Bodhi hit the trail on all 12 feet. Luna and Bodhi led while Jake moved more steadily. "Let us know if you smell it or see the weird tracks," sang Luna to Jake, who was hanging far back. They hiked the dirt trail, taking wide and tight turns. All 3 dogs were searching the trees and the bushy ferns. The scent hit Jake's nose as he stumbled to a stop. He smacked into a tree and pine cones trembled on top. Bodie didn't notice and loped on merrily ahead, but Luna heard the thumping sound and whipped round her head. "Are you okay, Jake?" she questioned, coming to his side. "I'm fine," Jake mumbled, everything okay but his pride. He shook to clear the worry, but when he realised that Bodie was alone, butterflies hit his insides. "Hurry," Jake called to Luna as he set a quick pace. "We can't leave him alone, just in case." Luna and Jake raced off, faster than the wind. They rounded a corner, tails waved in front of them. Another dog smiled up at the big labradoodle. Their friend's body wiggled as the lab miner's poodle. "Meet Tuck," Bodie called over his shoulder to his friends. "He'll help us find the strange treasure until the day ends." Luna rushed forward while Jake hung back for a while. A new dog was on his trail, so worry hid his smile. He'd never minded sharing before, but fear was in his mind. His owners, Molly and Neat, always said he was sweet and kind, but worry was making everything else hard for Jake. He wasn't acting like himself. The thoughts were hard to shake. The three dogs ran circles around each other, fancy-free, while Jake kept a watchful eye for the monster thingy. Tuck made a beeline for Jake so fast he could hardly see. The playing pups washed his worry away like the tides of the sea. He soon joined the fray, running and jumping over bushes. They hid behind trees, their paws echoing thumps and swooshes. Neat flew along the treetops with a friend from the park. The two squirrels watched, the playful dogs yipped and barked. Her best friend Jake caught her scent and smiled happily. The three other poochies, unaware, tussled gently. Neat and Clara, Neat's buddy from the park's oldest tree, chatted about the possible intruder and who it might be. Clara asked, "Will we see the pattern of paws in the mayhem? The dust, earth and pup slopper might finding it quite grim." "Jake will spot it, I'm sure of it. He's brave as well as kind," Neat replied to the fuzzy squirrel, whose presence used her mind. Neat wasn't scared of making friends or travelling to new places, but sometimes worries ran away from her at super fast paces. Clara and her park family hadn't seen a single alien or monster, and that knowledge stopped her mind from trying to wander. Jake saw Neat's smile, graceful to see her worry less. Being scared wasn't fun, but having help eased distress. He paused to sniff some yellow buttercup flowers when he spotted odd tracks that made him growl and cower. "It's here," he yelped, nearly climbing up a tree. "Maybe it has invisible powers," he whispered carefully. The four dogs stood apart, looking in every direction. They backed up towards each other, paws making slow selections. "Keep sharp, everyone, it might want to steal our toys and treats." Luna's eyes darted around and her tails swayed on repeat. "What do the tracks look like?" asked Tuck, as the dogs inched closer. "I don't see anything yet that could cause such a flutter." Jake turned to Tuck, seeing him clearly for the first time. He froze in his tracks at the trail the new dog left behind. On three strong legs, the lab Tuck moved gracefully around. The pattern they'd been chasing followed till he sat down. Jake stopped and stared before quickly turning his head. He didn't want to make Tuck feel uncomfortable or upset. "I've never seen a dog with three legs," Jake thought to himself. "I wonder how it happened or if he needs any help." The questions formed in Jake's head but didn't leave his mouth. He didn't know how to ask or if it was rude to say out loud. Plus he already thought that Tuck's tracks were something scary. Now he had to let everyone know he was sorry. "I think I've found the source," Jake shared shamefully. "Those are Tuck's tracks, and now I feel sorry and silly." Luna and Bodie came lopping over to Jake and Tuck. They looked between both dogs, not knowing what was up. Tuck stuck back up and walked and jumped around the onlookers. Their eyes followed his movements, all three twitching their whiskers. "Well, gee," called out Bodie, which was rare for the shy dog. "I didn't even notice, boy. You jumped faster than a bullfrog." Luna sniffed around the tracks and shook her fuzzy head. "I'm sorry, we didn't realise. Still friends?" she pled. "It's okay," Tuck barked back, not offended in the least. "Don't be sad. I'm proud of who I am, believe me." "I also have to admit," Tuck said to Jake as his tail wagged slowly, "that I was scared of you at first, but your growl grew on me." Jake remembered how everyone had once been afraid of him, and he didn't want Tuck or anyone else to feel that sad again. Their friend's disability was nothing to be scared of, and Jake glanced up at Neat, who looked down from above. Understanding passed between them and a sigh of relief. Imaginations can run away from us just like a thief. "I guess we've learned something very important today," Jake said to his friends as the stun started to fade away. Not to judge tracks or a voice so quickly, because in the end they might turn out to be new, truly amazing friend. The end. Be a friend to those you meet who might be different from you. You'll find many things in common with new friends, pure and true. I hope you enjoyed this chapter reading and that you'll go check out the book. Thanks very much. Bye bye.